Good afternoon, Off the Bench Sports family. We are here live, yet still at the Livingston Parish Classic here at Holden Elementary. Darl Elementary. Holden just was the team, but not this team. This is my guy, Tiras McGee, SR. What's up, bro?
What's up, man?
Hey, it's great, man. It's great, man. I've been. We've been talking, I guess, since you got hired at Live Oak about me seeing a game, and I know who you are as a man. I know who you are as a coach. I love you like a brother, and so I just want to apologize. I want to start off with a public apology for taking so long to get to you.
It's all love, man.
You know, but I was well pleased with the outcome. You know, again, in athletics, the primary thing as coaches that are looked for is, in times of distress, will my children still compete?
Definitely.
You can answer yes.
Yes, most definitely yes.
We just saw it. Very good game against Holden, and no disrespect to Holden, but it's a girls' basketball school. That's what it's been known for since forever.
Right.
And now they have a very passionate coach who is teaching them to compete better as well, and that's great for athletics.
Definitely.
Day 3. How's the tournament been for you?
It's been great. Man, it's almost like March Madness. Really, Denham had a dogfight last night. I think we had an upset on the girls' side.
To date?
Also with Denham and Springfield. Springfield girls beat Denham
Right.
yesterday.
Yep, that was yesterday.
Yeah, so, our game went to the wire with Holden.
Right.
So it's been some really good basketball games
French
here.
Settlement got an upset today on the girls' side.
Okay. Yeah, they're a really good team. So we have some really good basketball here in Livingston Parish. I think it get overlooked a lot, but there's some really good basketball players here in Livingston Parish. There's some really good coaches here in Livingston Parish. I think they do a good job here. So the parish tournament is always fun, man. You playing for pride. You represent your school.
Facts.
You playing for, your principal. Especially me, for my principal. I love my principal to death. She always have my back, Beth Jones. So I want to play and make her proud. So you want to come out and have a good showing, and I was glad we was able to get that win today.
Coming into year 3, I always say a coach kind of knows who he's going to be as a team at the end of the next season, because you know firsthand who you're losing and the work ethic of the kids that are coming back. How's it going? Is it on par, on track, or have you guys not played up to the expectation that you penciled down on paper?
It's a little off track. Coming in, from this summer, we had a really good summer. I think we may have lost 2 games, and you can't really take that and measure it. But we played some really good teams this summer. I had a point guard this summer that really led us, and that I was looking forward to leading us this summer. And unfortunately, he's no longer with us, so we had to make some adjustments, and we're trying to learn how to play without him.
Right.
And it's been some growing pains, but we fought through, and we still fighting through, and we're looking forward to see where we end up. I can say this, and as a coach, you always ask your kids, all you ask them to do is play hard.
Right.
So they do play hard. So I just told them that, today, congratulations for playing hard. Now I just ask them to listen and trust me. So those are 2 things I just asked them to do. I asked you just listen and trust me from this point on.
Right. And I heard you during the timeout when you made that statement to them, and they obviously did the latter, and that was trust the advice that you was giving them throughout the course of the rest of the game in the second half, because you guys had a couple they always say basketball is a game of runs.
Right.
It was several runs made by you guys, Live Oak and Holden as well.
That's right.
What was, in your objection, some of the things that help you guys continue to fight and keep the curve close to your body?
Well, we switched to a 1-2-2 defense. I thought that helped us out a little bit. Early on in the game, the diamond press was working for us. I had a couple guys get in foul trouble, so I wanted to pull out of it. I kind of went to a 1-2-2, and it kind of helped us maintain that pressure and help us get some turnovers without getting in foul trouble. And that kind of helped us go on a run and kept the energy up on defense. But man, all credit to Holden, man. Those guys stepped up and hit some big shots.
Right.
20 nailed some shots in the corner. And, you know, when you play in a defense like that, you have to worry about the shooters. And, you know, Coach Landon did a real good job putting the shooters in position that if we gambled and missed, and made us pay for it. And just so glad that we was able to throw the last punch at the end and we was able to win the ball game.
Right. Buzzer beater for you guys here tonight. Who do you guys have next, or who you guys waiting on the winner of an outcome of a game?
Yeah, we're waiting on the winner of Walker and Albany after the 7:30 game tonight.
Okay. What do you know about those teams so far?
I hadn't had a chance to see Albany play, but I did see Walker play Zachary the other night. And, man, I know they tough. They're good. They're experienced. And they have everything you want in the team pretty much. So Ski will do a good job with those guys. So, you know, we're really going to have to prepare to beat those guys, and they're really going to have to listen and trust me if we want a chance to beat those guys.
Right. Being just your third year of being a head coach and participating in this parish tournament, how much does it mean to you to continue to progress and grow as a head coach? And like you say, the parish tournament is and has always been about bragging rights for, you know, not only your basketball team, but kids get to brag the rest of the school year about how they fared in this tournament. What's been your collective thoughts on it?
It's been fine. I mean, I want my kids to play well because I want them to be able to get some recognition, you know, for their hard work. They worked hard all summer. They work hard in practice for me every day, so I want them to be able to go display that on the court and get some wins when they're supposed to get some wins, and possibly get some upsets if they play hard enough to get some upsets and do the right thing. So they'll get some recognition throughout the parish. And me as a coach, my name may get to be mentioned with some of the great coaches throughout the parish. You know, I put a lot of time in it. I'm not one of those coaches that's ever going to stop learning. I'm always trying to learn. I'm always self-evaluating. You know, my wife always say, you know, are you going to ever take a break from basketball? I just tell her we'll take a break in March. When basketball is over, I'll always take on a good vacation because I'm getting right back into AAU after that. So,
right.
But I always want to learn. I always want to be better because I always want to be prepared to lead my young men.
Right. You mentioned self-evaluation. I know that's a tool that all coaches use, no matter what the sport is. In what intervals do you draw the line and make your list and say, okay, I can put a check by this, we're solid at this. I can put a check by this, we're solid at this. But then the next 3 or 4 line items that you put down on paper, you know, you may not necessarily put an X by, but it may be a question mark of maybe this is something we need to look at working on to get better and be better. How do you self-evaluate the Live Oak Eagles?
I just go through every aspect of coaching, and I have some real good coaching friends that's very successful.
Right.
You know, Jeff Jones, Brandon White, Carlos, Jonathan out at Zachary. All those guys are real good friends to me. Coach Cab, you know, he raised me, so those guys are real good friends to me. So I talk to them all the time, and I pay attention to them. I go watch their games. I watch their demeanor. I see how they act on the sideline. I see how they act in crucial moments. I see how they act when the game is close. And I've learned things from them. And I go down and I go through every aspect. And one thing I have learned, and it helped me out today, is not to panic when the game is on the line,
right,
and to keep my composure and still be able to think and lead my guys. And I was able to think and make decisions throughout the game of when to call timeout, when to foul, when not to foul. And it kind of helped me today. So my staff, you know, I listen to them. You know, and that's why I told my team today. I said we have to listen. I said, did y'all see me listening to my assistants? They was telling me who to sub in, who to sub out, so we can get faster. And I didn't just say I'm the head coach, so I'm not gonna sub out. I listened and I subbed out. I said, so collectively we all have to listen. And if we want to win, we have to listen, and we have to be able to take criticism and not get our feelings hurt.
Right.
And
right.
if we all want to win, so. That's how I evaluate myself. I can't get my feelings hurt if I don't do something well. I have to be better at it. And one thing I did evaluate myself at and better at is break down the film this year.
Yeah.
I take my time and really evaluate film and break it down this year. I hadn't done that as well in the past. I do a much better job this year.
Right. I always tell everyone our story that we have in common because it's important to me. When I was coaching, you were someone that I looked up to because we got started at the same time.
Right.
And you're obviously still going. And that means a lot to me because, again, you're a great coach, a great character, a high intellect coach. And we know that by the kids that you work with and develop throughout your years as a coach. You know, you put your hands on a lot of kids. You are a true basketball junkie, and not from a sense of, oh, I only hang my hat in Livingston. You know, you're at Peach Jam, you're at Under Armour events, you're in Vegas at showcase shoe events, as well as being all over the state. Last weekend, you know, you were at the Gold Dome Classic, which had nothing to do with Livingston basketball or Tiras McGee, but you know, again, like I said, you go there to learn from other coaches and to support the youth. So, hey, it's right here for me, brother. Continued success.
Well, you know, thank you. First of all, I appreciate it. You know, coming for you. You're a guy that I definitely respect. I know your work ethic. I know what you try to do. With your program with Off the Bench Sports. You do a good job with that. I know you've been all over the state, all over the world promoting that. And I know you've met some really, really intelligent coaches that really can coach the game. So, you know, for you to give me those compliments, I do appreciate them. I'm very thankful for that. And, you know, it means a lot coming from you.
You know the thing about it, and this just, you know, I've never minced words or cut corners. I just don't believe in those things.
Right.
And I've never given someone a compliment that they didn't earn. You've definitely earned every bit of the respect and love that I have for you, not only as a coach, and I look at us as brothers, but as a friend. Like, I consider us friends as well because, you know, when I was having a really tough time in life, my phone rings and it was Tiras McGee.
Right.
You know, and it wasn't what can you do for me or what have you done for me lately. It was a genuine call to just say, hey man, I'm just calling to check on you.
Definitely.
And you've always done that since we met. So that means a lot to me, and where much is given, much is required. You've given much to me. And you know, when I owned the Ascension Tar Heels, or whether it's Off the Bench Sports, you've been there. So I appreciate you as well. I'm not going to take up any more of your time because we fat boys. We like to eat.
We get time to eat, buddy.
Hey, so you know what it is already, man. Remember, get off the bench, get into the game.